Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Patriot Living. I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of cover something that I've been watching lately. And that is going to be The Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. I've gotten through two seasons of it, but I'm just going to go through the first one because, well, you know, a lot of you have already went ahead and watched the first one, but you haven't seen the second season. Now I'm waiting for the third because I had to sit there and binge watch it all. But my general review, it's gonna contain a few parts here. One is gonna go off of, you know, like the believability and so it'll be believability, satisfaction of knowing things, you know, satisfaction of the cast, and the storyline really. So my first thoughts on Cobra Kai season 1. It was pretty fun. It was a fun season to get through. What I did enjoy is the fact that you know, they brought back the original crew, the original cast. So, you know, Daniel LaRusso is actually Daniel LaRusso. Johnny is actually Johnny. Oh my god, I can't think of his name now. Let me go ahead and research that real quick. But the original Cobra Kai sensei. There we go. So Daniel LaRusso is actually Daniel LaRusso. John Kreese or Martin Kove is actually, you know, all these people that are playing these roles. Even the mom, even Daniel's mom is the same lady that played Daniel's mom. You know, the plot twist kind of around a little bit, and you know, we can get to that later. Like, you know, how, you know, these kids are just nerds and things like that. I mean, you know, if you don't like rough language and the way things used to be, then this might not be something that you want to watch. I'm just going to put it up there like that. You cannot be faint of heart because, I mean, it's karate. It's a karate movie, you know, or it's a karate show, should I say? But this is just basically taking you through the life of Johnny. It's not even through the life of Daniel LaRusso. It's basically the life of Johnny, or being able to see both sides of the coin, as you weren't able to in the movies. So, do I like it? Yes. It's a fun watch. There's a few plot twists there that I'm not really knowing about here, and I also feel like they're trying too hard with Johnny and his lack of knowledge with technology. Now, I get that some people don't have that knowledge of technology, and I'm one of those people that don't really have that great of a grasp on technology. However, what I don't agree with is the fact that Johnny doesn't know what internet is, or I guess he does know what internet is, but it's like, you know, he's never really had a smartphone, he doesn't have a Facebook page, he doesn't have a lot of things that, you know, probably should have knowledge of at least. Also, it's kind of a cliche plot line, you know. Washed up deadbeat dad pulls himself out of the gutter and in turn also helps out his community, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, that's a great plot twist, but how many of those have we seen in the last 10 years? Yeah, a lot, right? So that's what I'm kind of struggling with Cobra Kai is, you know, how things are coming together, how you know, Daniel, or not Daniel's, not Daniel's son, but Daniel's son, but how Johnny's son ends up going and working for the LaRussos. It's a teenager. He's pissed off at his dad for not being there. Little does he know that it wasn't really his dad's fault. You know, yada yada yada. You know, it's kind of a stereotypical view on, you know, how a man is trying to see his son, wants to see his son, but all the while the mom is like, he never wanted anything to do with you, blah blah blah, I did it all, blah blah blah. And it's not from lack of trying from the father's side, you know what I mean? So, you know, but then the mom ends up being a piece of shit anyway, because, you know, she's going out there and trying to live her life, all the while she's got a child at home that wants her attention. She's like, no, I'm out. The bottle's more important, you know what I mean? So there's that. We'll get into season 2 here soon. I am already done watching it, but I'm waiting for season 3 to come out so we can go ahead and actually review it, so that I know that I'm not giving you guys any spoilers on season 2, because I know a lot of you guys have it. One of my friends out there has it. Masquerade, I'm sorry. But, you know, with everything going on, it is going to probably be not out until next year, season 3. So yeah, season 1, kind of a preface to go ahead and coming into season 2, and also season 2 is pretty interesting, should I say. Season 1, like I said, you know, Cobra Kai gets started up. Miyagi-Do is kind of starting to come up, and it seems like they're going to be coming up, should I say, because, you know, that's what it seems like anyway. You know, because like I said, you know, Johnny's son goes and works for Daniel LaRusso. So let me see. So Johnny's son's name is Robbie. Daniel's son's name, oh no, actually he doesn't have a son. But Samantha LaRusso, his daughter, starts to go ahead and train with her father at some point. But Daniel takes Robbie under his wing, which is Johnny's son, as I said, and then you know, they start to form Cobra Kai with Miguel. Miguel is a kid that kind of started off like Daniel did, you know, out of towner, coming in from like the East Coast, you know, has no friends, has to sit with the nerd table, and, you know, all the stereotypical high school bullshit goes on. You know, the cliques start picking on the kids, and then Miguel goes and joins up with you know, he asks Johnny for help, and at first, you know, typical, Johnny says no, he doesn't want to go and train anybody, which is, you know, I understand, whatever, you know, part of Cobra Kai. And then there's just strange turn of events that happens where, you know, Johnny gets tail-ended by Samantha LaRusso. I don't even really think it was her. It was her friends in one of their cars that smashed it, or maybe it was his daughter that smashed his his old school Camaro, a Firebird. Maybe it's a Firebird. Pontiac. Yeah, it was a Pontiac Firebird. You know, she smashes into it, hit and run, because, you know, Johnny's drunk. He steps out, you know, by flashing back, or story flashing back towards the back of it. And then, you know, they take Johnny's car to Daniel LaRusso's lot. And, you know, it just, whole turn of events there that, you know, it just kind of like comes full circle, where he goes into the LaRusso lot and they bump into each other, and one's talking shit to the other, you know, whose dick swings longer, or whose sack is bigger. All the while, you know, Robbie, Johnny's son, is getting into trouble, showing up to school with Molly on him. You know, just things like that, you know, things that are adding up to them being able to go ahead and come back together. And then Robbie finds out that Daniel is his dad's enemy. So then he starts going and working for Daniel at his car lot. And then he shows up at Daniel's house. Daniel doesn't know anything about this, you know, Robbie's playing him. You know, like all normal teenagers will, they'll sit there and play you. So Robbie goes and just kind of, you know, starts training with Daniel. And then about towards the end of season 1, this is right towards the end of it, where, you know, All Valley comes in. You know, the All Valley tournament comes in. And Johnny wants to go ahead and, you know, compete as Cobra Kai. Well, Cobra Kai has a lifetime ban on it because of Daniel LaRusso. So Johnny goes and you know, wants to go ahead and compete. So he goes to this meeting, this board meeting for the All Valley tournaments for the karate tournaments. He goes in and appeals the ruling of the lifetime ban because of John Keese, the original owner of Cobra Kai, being a douchebag and telling the kids to go ahead and, you know, go for the weak spot. You know, you're gonna kill your opponent. Screw it, do it. You know, which is not the right way to be competitive in that sport at all, really. So, long story short, he goes through and appeals it, wins the appeal, and then, you know, I think Johnny comes over to the LaRusso's house and finds Johnny there, or finds Robbie there, and all hell breaks loose. You know, Daniel starts losing his mind because, oh my God, I just got played by a 16-year-old or whatever, or however old that they're trying to portray these kids to be. You know, he got played by him. And he thinks that Robbie, which all the time that, you know, he's working for the LaRussos and, you know, starts training with Daniel, this kid starts developing these feelings of, you know, hey, look, you know, this guy's not so bad. Let's go ahead and actually give it that full effort. And then Daniel blows up and throws him out of his dojo and things like that. And right at the end of that season, they go to the All Valley Championships, which, surprise, surprise, at the end of that, you know, there's a rivalry already between the two households. And, you know, Daniel's trying to be like, no, teach this kid a lesson, teach this kid a lesson. all the while, you know, this kid's getting his ass kicked, no coach, only guy in there, which is against the rules, I almost guarantee it. Just like that crane kick was, just saying. But they try, you know, there's a whole rivalry. Miyagi-Do goes against Cobra Kai, and it's, lo and behold, Miguel against Robbie. Well, Robbie gets hurt, you know, the just like Daniel does, same plot. You know, and Daniel puts this kid back together, starts becoming his coach, opens up Miyagi-Do, but see, what had happened was that Miguel was dating Samantha, and then, you know, Miguel gets drunk at a party before all this and gets the wrong idea because you know, Robbie ends up being homeless because his mom goes out of town with this guy, and his mom doesn't pay the rent, so they get evicted. So now this kid, you know, Robbie is actually living with Daniel and his daughter, and they think, you know, he thinks that he's dating his girlfriend. Well, Miguel flips out, goes after Robbie, actually hits Samantha on accident, and which causes the breakup. And, you know, Miguel feels bad about it. You know, Robbie doesn't flinch an eye because, you know, he got the girl. You know, so, you know, and I wouldn't flinch about it either, dude. Like, you know, I wouldn't flinch about it. I'm sorry, you know, you lost out. Your loss is my gain. I get where the thought with Miguel comes in, though. You know, I've been on that other receiving side of your girl leaving and getting with somebody else that you don't really agree with, but it's not really your decision. So that is where the match between Miguel and Robbie come in, because, you know, Miguel's got his head up his ass, and the testosterone and the what is that called? Oh my god, I can't think of the word now. The adrenaline, there we go. The adrenaline pumps in, and craziness ensues. You know, he's going after the hurt, the injuries and things like that. Against Johnny's will. Johnny doesn't want a victory like he had with Daniel, or, you know, a fight that he had with Daniel. Now, being the fact that Miguel had it in his head that he was going to be, you know, go after or go after Robbie's injuries, he was like, you know, watch what I'm going to do to your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Well, little does he know that, that Samantha takes off, and I don't remember why she takes off. So one of her friends calls her and she takes off, or, you know, she saw what was happening, so she was like, no, deuces, I'm out. And so Miguel feels like an ass douche that he really kind of was being in that match, learning lessons and things like that. But that's where season 1 ended, was, you know, where's Samantha? Did she see my match? No, she left a while ago, bro. You know, don't be a douche. So, that being said, that is season 1 under the belt. I have already seen season 2, and I may have to rewatch it because I need to remember where it picks up and where it leaves off, because, you know, I kind of breezed through it all. I'm probably going to go ahead and rewatch it again because I breezed through it. So, greatness, guys. Thank you. Let me know if you like this kind of video. I'm going to end it here, but let me know if you like this kind of video, because, you know, my explanations kind of go left, right, up and down, but I cover everything in there. So let me know if you like this kind of video. If not, you know, let me know in the comments. But I'm just kind of experimenting. So, not that I'm getting paid for it, but I want to make sure that you guys are engaging and that I am actually doing what you guys want me to do. So, other than that, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, drop me a comment and let me know what other films you want me to go ahead and view. I did just watch season 2 and 3, or episode 2 and 3 of The Boys, season 2. I'm pretty impressed with most of it, but we will go ahead and see if you guys want to hear about that next or not. Love you guys. Stay safe. Stay frosty. Like I said, I am a little busy. I do apologize if I don't post daily, but I love you. Patriot out.